What's up, guys? It's your Supah Playaz back at it again. It's your host Tony G, bringing you another Market Monday. And if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe, comment down below, and like this video. And just like in the title, it says giveaway winner announced. We're gonna announce the giveaway winner at the very end of the video. So if you want to keep watching, go for it. If you want to fast forward, by all means, I don't mind that either. But you're missing out on some awesome voice of Tony G. You're not gonna hear his beautiful voice. And I recommend you guys stick around and hear it. I'm kidding, guys. And so the first card, obviously we had this core TCG event go on, and we saw a variety of awesome decks just perform amazingly. And I want to give a huge shout out to my team because a lot of them made top 16. A good half of them went, and a good half of them made it top 16, and a good half made top 32. So I'm really proud of my team. So huge shout out to Brian, Abel, Danuk, Brian, Michael, Tommy, and Josh. Of course, he's not there, but he's there in spirit. And I'm so sorry if I forgot some people, but huge shout out to my team for really performing well. And Daniel, if I didn't, I think I forgot to mention Daniel. I'm always talking to him, the prodigy. And so obviously some of these cards were used, and I want to talk about some of them that are original to the tournament pack. And you see these cards just skyrocket in price. This was sitting down at a cheap price, and now it's going back up. I mean, it wasn't that expensive, and now it's going up because we're seeing people. Huge shout out to Tim for like piloting Pan amazingly. And then we saw some people use this card, and we also saw people using the Goku card. Very great cards, very awesome, very utilized in this deck, sitting at $19.99, and the most expensive is $35. So not that many listings, but it was really cool to see some of these cards get play again. And then we go on to the next card is Bardock Broly Crown of Retribution. I'm so sorry. And it got bought out. There's not many listings. If you haven't gotten them, get them now because they're probably going to be pretty expensive, especially because this card is insanely good. I personally think this card should get limited. And if you guys want to get your pitchforks and torches, by all means do it. But I think I'm a strong advocate of this card being limited to one. It's too powerful. I think it hurts a lot of decks. But I understand that there's a lot of crazy cards out there that have... It's counterplay city is what I call it. Right now, it's a huge meta of everyone playing counterplay. So maybe you do need this guy. So I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Hit up in the comment section because this is a very hot topic. Like a very hot topic. And then we obviously got to talk about the SCRs that were being utilized in this tournament. And then they're all getting bought out. Look at that. Last time we saw this, we had a few more listings, but there's been a pretty big chunk of them buying them out. And I think they're really relatively cheap. They weren't too expensive. And people are buying it out because a lot of people were using this card in their decks. I think this is an amazing card, especially if you're trying to go for a game. Use this guy. He's amazing. A very strong card. And then we go on to the next card is Kaioken. Huge shout out to Brian for playing Ramku. Very good deck. And obviously we see it at $219. It's probably going to go up in price, guys. I don't think it's going to go down right now, especially like we have events going on around. So, I mean, it's pretty expensive right now. It was sitting at relatively cheap, $193, and now it went up like 40 bucks, which is pretty insane in my opinion, like 30-40 bucks, which is a lot. But still, if you're trying to buy it, that's the price you're going to pay. If you could get it cheaper, by all means, good luck. Another card that was being used is Bardock, Origin of the Legend. I think this card is amazing. I think you guys should get this if you're trying to find an alternative SCR. It's very good. Very cheap, in my opinion. I mean, I think I would buy this. I probably might buy it. Maybe wait a little bit longer. But I think this is a really good SCR, especially if you're just trying to collect as well. Or just use it competitively. It's splashable in almost every deck. That's saying. So that's pretty cool. Then we go on to the next card is SS4 Son Goku Defender of Life Silver Foil. This card, I am surprised how it's going to go up. I mean, I think it's cheap still. But if you haven't gotten it, this thing's going to be really expensive. Because it comes in a deck. And getting it single is going to be really hard. Because just the deck itself gets you... I mean, you're better off buying the deck in my opinion. It's $17. And I believe you get one or two of these guys. One foil and one non-foil. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, please. But yeah, as of now, I think you get one or two in each deck. Again, another card that's relatively cheap for now, but it's probably gonna go up in price, guys. I think it's relatively gonna hit 15 bucks and stay at $15. It was sitting at like $8, but now it's just probably gonna stay within 14, 15 range. So I mean, offer your best offer, get it for cheap if you can, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty expensive. Then we go on to the next card, is SS Son Goku, Another World Blitz. This guy made mayhem. A lot of people were playing this card. A lot of people were playing some awesome unique stuff and some crazy SS3 decks, Gamma decks. We saw some crazy stuff on the live stream, and it was pretty cool. I think this guy is probably going to go up because it's becoming a staple in most blue cards or blue decks. Very strong, and it's just a really cool card. It restands in energy. He's a blocker, barrier, deflect, and he's a triple striker. So if you manage to have this guy stick on board still, you are going to do a lot of damage. I'm going to say that right now. This guy is still relatively cheap for an SPR. If you're trying to play it competitively and you want a budget, get the SR version. It's probably like $5 cheaper. And then we go on to the next card, is Omega Shenron, making a huge representation at this event. I think there was a 4 or 5 since Shenron in top 16. It was just red dominated, guys. I think red is showing its awesome muscles. It's just wrecking everybody, and it's doing really, really well. And obviously in representation, red is dominating the top cut and top 16. And if you look at top 32, it's probably an ocean of red color everywhere. So huge shout out to Sin Shenron players out there, because you guys are piloting well. Sorry, I bit my tongue, so it's pretty hard to talk. And yeah, it's pretty up there. I think it's gonna probably hit $15 if we continue to see people play Sin Shenron, and I don't see it going down. And again, red decks are just crushing it right now in the meta. And we have Rush Attack, SSB Vegeta, Dawn of the Z Legends. I'm gonna title this card An Ocean of Red Cards Everywhere. Spiking. And then sitting at 718. Again, another great card that I see going probably like to 10 bucks, 12 bucks. I think get it now. I think this is a really, really cool Zenkai card, especially if you splash red in any of the decks you play. Very good card. I recommend getting it. And then we go on to the next card, of the champ cards that people are buying, which are the Great Ape Son Goku. Son Goku, I think as a whole, that deck is pretty cool. I definitely recommend people getting it if you're new to the game. It's super fun. I think it's very powerful, especially if you're trying to budget and play competitively. This deck is relatively awesome. Very cheap to make. Very strong. And then we have King Cole Transfer of Power promotion card. Another champ card sitting at a pretty high price. So if you pull any of these guys, you're making some pretty good money back, I would say. And it's relatively expensive. It's going to go up there. It's probably going to stay at the $15 range. If not, maybe $8 the cheapest. You'll probably get this. King Cole is probably an underlying leader that people are sleeping on. It's really strong. This card makes it very consistent. It's just so good. I think this guy is super good. So I definitely recommend getting it if you haven't gotten it, if you're trying to play King Cole. And then we go on to the next card, is Son Goku Ramku. Very great card. This is the foil version, so obviously it's sitting at $669 or $667 a gold stamp, so it's not that expensive. I thought this was going to be a lot more expensive in my opinion, but it's still cheap. And then obviously we got the Zenkai Awaken one, which is $68, also very awesome card, very strong, super good, and yeah, it's relatively awesome, sitting at a high price. And of course, you guys have been waiting for who is the giveaway winner, and I got you guys right here. And let's do it. Drum roll, everybody. And the winner is, let's see, the person that won a Dawn of the Legends booster box. Let's see what he said. The Executioner. My personal favorite is the new God Rare Bardock. Bardock is one of my favorite characters, so I really want to pull him. And you know what, the Executioner, I hope you pull it with this awesome box you just won, man. So definitely show all your friends. Let your friends know. Share this video. Comment down below. And also reach out to us at supahplayaz@gmail.com to claim your prize. So there you guys have it from your Supah Playaz. Always comment. Hopefully you guys could be the winner. We'll ship it out to you guys. We love you guys. And it's always thanks to you guys we're able to keep doing what we're doing. And so like always, smash that like button. Comment down below. And like always, stay Supah, everybody.